Here's a quote from Swami Tejomayananda on this concept. We go on searching for joy. We go on searching for objects one after the other, thinking, now I will be happy. No, you cannot be happy with these temporary objects. You can be happy only when you find the source. There is no joy in finite things. Our happiness will be time-bound if it is based on finite things. That which is infinite will give you happiness. The source is infinite. Only there will you find happiness. Being surrounded by family and friends is important. It is a natural and positive state to live in. It helps us live a fulfilling dharmic life. However, the problem comes if we rely on family and friends to make us happy. This is also a false concept. We need our happiness to come from within ourselves. Then we can share that happiness with our family and friends. Similarly, we should never fall into thinking, I am unhappy by myself. Somehow if I get married, if I have children, or if I have lots of friends, I will be happy. It does not work that way. Any temporary happiness soon wears away in the old cycle of fulfillment of desire. We get married. If we are an unhappy person, we may be happy for a while, but eventually we will fall back into the state of unhappiness. Because that is our mental habit, the mode our mind operates in. That habit does not go away just because we associate with new people. Chinmayanandaji has a relevant quote on this concept. To give love, we must become independent in ourselves and be a pillar in life for others to hold on to us. Such an individual who needs no crutches for his own existence alone can have the power to give love. All others are receivers of love. Another aspect of the influence in family and friends is that their unhappiness can rub off on us. A few years ago, a devotee wrote to me for advice. The doctor has put Dad on an even stronger pain medication. He spends his days in bed. He is so very depressed. I pray daily that I can brighten his day in some way. I offer to massage him. Sometimes he is open. Sometimes he just wants to be left alone. My husband and I try very hard to care for him in the best way we know how. Most times I feel it is never good enough, because Dad is so closed down, so critical and angry. I continually look for ways to give and to serve each day. Please offer advice and encouragement. Sound familiar? An aging parent is in a negative state of mind to one degree or another, and refuses to budge from that state of mind, no matter what the children do. Here's my advice. In caring for your father-in-law, it is enough to do the kindly act. Whether it is appreciated or not does not matter from a karmic point of view. You are creating good karma by fulfilling dharma. In other words, don't allow yourself to become discouraged when you can't change a lifetime of mental habits of a person just by smiling, being nice, and helping out. He is who he is. She is who she is. It may be helpful to acknowledge that he or she is not on the path of spiritual growth, may not even believe in it. You will be more at ease if you don't expect them to make changes in themselves just because you have the courage to do so. All you can do is your duty. Do it to the best of your ability. Hold hands, speak sweet words. If he or she is uplifted and smiles because of it, or remains grumpy and depressed, don't let that be the measure of your success. The measure of success is doing your duty, doing it with love. It is okay for you to be happy even if your parent isn't happy, though you may live in the same house. You should not let your father's or mother's negativity, depression, and criticalness be contagious. This same principle applies to everything we do for others in life. Sometimes parents get discouraged because they do the best they can with their children, and the children don't respond in a way that seems reasonable. Look, our daughter didn't even follow my good advice. Despite all my love and attention, she hates school and is still doing the same old stupid things. The parents feel sad, but why should they? A wiser approach is to feel that you have done your duty to the other family members and earned good karma by doing the right things in a loving way. Therefore, there is no need for their negativity to prevent you from being happy, just as we don't have to be ill if those choose to fall sick around us. We can learn a lot in this regard by thinking about what a guru experiences. Gurus such as Swami Chinmayananda and my guru gave a great deal of advice and loving attention to their devotees over the years. If a guru became unhappy every time someone didn't take his advice and respond positively, he would have been terribly unhappy. However, as we know, each guru enjoyed enduring happiness no matter how others responded to his advice and attention. Chinmayanandaji advises us in regards to happiness in other people. Don't put the key to your happiness in someone else's pocket. Many individuals spend a great deal of time pursuing the cycle of seeking happiness in outer things, be they possessions or people. The cycle starts with desire, fulfillment, pleasure, and moves on to loss, pain, suffering. What is the solution? Some say, give up desire. Desire is what is causing the whole problem. It drives us to get what we want, and when the happiness of that getting eventually wears off, we start it all over again with a new desire. So if you can get rid of desire, you solve the whole problem, right? My guru took a deeper look at this notion, unscrambling the problem of desire for us. He taught that desire is life expressing itself. The only way you could get rid of desire would be to get rid of life. Even if the physical body is passed on, even if we don't have a physical body, we are still alive, still active, reaching for happiness, and motivated by what? Desire. So trying to get rid of desire is not really a solution to the cycle of desire and fulfillment. Instead, Gurudeva suggested a way to make our desires a decreasing thing. By uplifting our consciousness and changing what we desire. Going to school is a way of lifting up our energy. As a child, first we memorize, bringing the energies up out of the chakras below the Muladhara into the Muladhara, the first principal chakra. Then in the Swadhisthana, the second principal chakra, we reason, we learn how to think. Then we learn how to push things through and accomplish them through the force of will, the Manipura, the third principal chakra. We are pulling the energy up into memory, reason, and willpower in the normal process of schooling. Schooling is important, for it trains us to lift our consciousness, refine our character, and harness the baser desires. Cultural practices such as singing, dancing, and playing a musical instrument are also effective ways of refining desire. They help raise the energies even further than the basic studying in school. In doing so, we raise our consciousness and learn to avoid the grosser states of mind, doubt, depression, discouragement, and circumvent the base problem of desires, leading ultimately to sorrow. A cultured person who has raised his or her energies through schooling and cultural pursuits will naturally be inclined to turn within to claim the spiritual happiness that Hinduism proclaims is inside of us, in our inner self, our soul. This happiness has a Sanskrit name, Sahajananda. Sahaja means that which is inherent, innate, or natural. Ananda, as we all know, means bliss, happiness, or joy. Thus we could translate Sahajananda as our inherent happiness. My Guru comments on this idea. Learn to be happy by seeking happiness, not from others, but from the depths of the mind that is happiness itself. Knowing that happiness is already part of our inner nature is useful knowledge. Naturally, then we ask the question, how can we experience that inner happiness? Our religion gives us inner ways and outer ways to accomplish this. The monistic or meditative way is to turn within in meditation, go deep into the lotus of the heart, and experience our inner self, our inner light, our spiritual energy. That makes us truly happy. That's a wonderful way. This is the way Paramaguru Yogaswami described in his song in saying that if you practice Siva Dhyana, meditation on Shiva daily, you will enjoy happiness in your inmost soul, and the thought that the well-being of others is your own will flood your heart. Of course, to practice meditation and to be successful in meditation are two different things entirely. When many people sit to meditate, they are unable to control their thoughts, which wander all over the place and never stop. In the successful practice of meditation, our thoughts do stop, and we are able to perceive our inner self and the happiness that is always there. To be successful at the meditative approach clearly requires a lot of time and a good teacher. This method is the most advanced. There is also the theistic or devotional way. We can come to the temple and open ourselves to the blessings of the deities. We come in an unhappy state, receive the blessings, and go away uplifted and happy. Why? Because we have connected with our inner self through external worship. We have connected with the same blissful state that can be achieved through meditation. Success at this method requires feeling some devotion for the deity and concentrating or paying attention to the ceremony.